Guys, it's me again, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, YouTube's very own Fandit, as someone called me in my comments. Yeah, I'm back. You know what it is, it's Friday, that means it's Q&A. Obviously, if I've missed out your questions, Sunday we do another one. So make sure you ask them questions, you get them questions coming, guys. But we might as well run it, got it printed off, let's get into it. First question, at Show Rizzy on Twitter, that's my guy, man. He's a cool guy, salutes the thing, retweets guys and stuff, man. Shout out to him, he's a clean-hearted person. If Wenger was to leave today, who is your top 3 replacements and why? Now, this is I always go over my head, over in my head time and time again. Sorry, with this question, I mean, you could say Tuchel. You could say I've said a lot of people. I mean, I've made videos about it, but at this moment in time, answering this question, firstly, if I had to just in pure instinct, Simeone. Of course, he's got a lot of question marks over him, but I like the siege mentality, how he galvanizes everyone, how the South American spirit translates into his team. And as a team like Arsenal, where we're very scared and timid, and sometimes the fans are very quiet, he will get the crowd rocking. You always see him hyping up the Atletico fans, and he's defensively they're a unit as well. So I'd say him. Unrealistic will never happen, but Pochettino, because he'll improve players again like Simeone, galvanize players, he'll develop young players, he'll get players that are currently here playing better, he'll improve them and things like that. He's young. I believe he's destined to manage at one of the big clubs in Spain or big clubs in general and win a lot of things. Yes, he's got his own question marks, and I believe he needs to be scrutinised more at Spurs, but he's someone I like. I'd say the Dortmund manager, defensively he's probably as poor as Wenger. I mean, but on the basis that he got to the final Europa League final with Ajax, I don't really care about Europa League, but the young players and things like that. He went over to Dortmund. He knew fully about the job he's going to go into. So that shows someone that plans, someone that understands any club they're going into. The youngsters, the patterns of play, I'm a big fan of it. So it's got to be him. And the Napoli boss, I believe his name's Sarri. I mean, I think they kept 12 clean sheets last year. He's got the likes of Insigne. Hope I said his name properly. Playing out of his skin, finally showing that proper promise. He's helped Martins find a niche for himself in that false nine. They play some very good and attractive football. Defensively, they're okay. I like the way he galvanizes the team. I mean, you see a pattern. So they're probably the 3, or if I said 4, that if it happened today, who I'd be looking at. Of course, it's probably going to be an unknown, but yeah, good question. So yeah, next question. At Abby, Triple G versus Canelo. Who wins tomorrow? Ooh, I mean, it's away from football. That's a good boxing match. I mean, that's 2 of the guys. I like Canelo a lot, but Triple G is my guy. I got a lot of respect for him. I mean, I've watched a lot of his documentaries. I like the way he trains and things, so I'll be backing him. But both of them are cool. It'll be a good fight. I think Triple G will just knock it, just edge it. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna say a wild one, man. It's gonna be done in 2 rounds. As Triple G do this thing, man. Next question, Jacob at Brands. He always asks me. I'm sorry I can't say your name, Jacob, man. Who do you think will go down? Now, I've answered this question before, and I'm pretty sure it was different. But if you ask me now, with how the Prem's gone, I'd say Newcastle could find themselves in that. I like Rafa Benitez and Newcastle. I got no beef with the fans. I really like how passionate the fans are. I would hope they don't go down, but I think they're at risk. Huddersfield, I don't feel they have enough quality. The same could go for Brighton. Yeah, these are the sort of teams I think will go down, and Bournemouth haven't started brightly. Palace won't go down, but they look like they're in trouble. In fact, with Roy Hodgson, you never know, it could go either way. So you never know. These are the sort of sides I'm looking out for. So yeah, VJ Corleone. What player injury hurt our title challenge the most? Wilshere 2011/12, Santi 15/16, Ramsey 13/14, or Eduardo 07/08? Now, it's got to be without a doubt 07/08. I'm pretty sure that was the season Gallas was on it like an idiot at the halfway line. I mean, Eduardo could have been a serious player for us. I mean, we always say scouts do your job. I don't know what scouts were doing finding how they found a Brazilian playing in the Croatian League, but he was 30. You saw a number of finishes, the Burnley finish. He could have been someone great, and that's got to be it for me, man. He was robbed of a decent career, a very decent career in England, in my opinion. Biggs, 014. I've only watched a few games, but what do you think of Jamal Lascelles? I'm pretty sure he was at Forest along with the keeper. Is it Darlow or something like that? Arsenal did run the rule over him. I like how he's passionate. He takes responsibility. I think it was either last season or the season before. I don't think it was the season before. But he actually took responsibility for a poor Newcastle performance. I believe he's the captain. He sniffs out danger and he's young. I mean, he's all right. I don't really... Can he come and play for Arsenal? I mean, there's a case for a lot of players, but it wasn't really at this current moment in time someone I can see improving us. But he looks decent for that sort of level, and he looks like someone that likes to stand up to be counted. So, yeah, he's decent. Joe, why is nobody looking at Martins? Could he go to a better team? Been on the scene for a while. Yeah, man, like you said, he's been on the scene for a while. I mean, he could go to a better club. I'm not too sure where, because Napoli's a very good club. They're, in the Champions League, they went out the last 16 last year to Real Madrid, but they're a good club that play good football. Obviously, Juventus always going to win the Italian league until something happens. But I'm not really sure to where else he can go. I mean, for years he was this winger. He was quick. I remember him at the 2014 World Cup. I mean, he is a decent player, but it seems as that he was a bit so-so. He's carved a niche for himself in the false nine role at 29 years of age, I believe. Arguably, he's undoubtedly in the best form of his life. Certainly, in my opinion. So he could probably go to a better team. But I mean, the bigger teams, that the massive jump up from Napoli. I mean, you're talking the Real Madrids. I'm assuming the Real Madrids, the Munichs, the Juventuses, and all of these clubs. They've all got. He could go and be a good squad player there, but they've all got some terrific strikers. I mean, Real Madrid have got terrific front three, and they're still even being linked with Lewandowski. You see what I'm saying? So it's probably nothing to do with Martins. I mean, Martins is probably a mixture of not really convincing until the last 18 months or beyond that, and just the other teams have more elite stuff. But he definitely make a difference at Arsenal, and I definitely would take that. I mean, he looks like he knows how to score sorts of goals. He sniffs danger. I mean, not sniffs danger. He sniffs when to make runs and things like that. He's an intelligent footballer. I'd definitely take him at Arsenal. Would he come? Of course not. But yeah, I'd definitely take him. Mobe Guna. Being so close to the stadium in London, how can we improve the atmosphere? Well, I'm actually closer to the Tottenham Stadium. I mean, it's literally 10 minutes away. I can see it from my house and things like that. But I mean, you don't have to go to a match. You can live anywhere in the world. You just have to watch an Arsenal match to know there's no atmosphere, because a lot of these things is corporate tickets given away. They'll always I've told you guys, no one could go into that stadium and they will still announce that it's been 61,000. These sort of lies. Arsenal is too prawn cocktail and prosecco in my opinion. I mean, it's a sort of folk, a corporate elitist folk, and I'm not saying none of them are passionate, but the passionate doesn't translate to the grassroots, as opposed to the grassroots level fans that look forward to the game on the weekend, live and breathe football. That's all they talk about in their lunch break. That's all they talk about at work. That's all they talk about at home. Not a lack of these fans are at the Emirates Stadium. I always say football mirrors society, Arsenal more so, because it's almost like, yeah, man, I ain't got to go in depth on that. But yeah, guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the questions. If I've missed out your question, I apologize. Just put it in the comments again. I swear I'll answer it on Sunday. Like I said, Q&A again on Sunday. I know Arsenal are going to stress us by the time you guys next see me on Sunday. But yeah, thank you for everything, guys. Subscribe, follow, comment. I'm out. Yeah.